Thank you, Mr. President. It's real interesting. We talking about kahunas. Who's got the biggest one? We were told that we had a hate crime bill that came from the House that we didn't need to mess with, we just needed to pass it. We are a deliberative body. And what happens is when the House and the Senate disagree, they insist on their position and a committee of conference is appointed. But let me say something to you. The reason we are here in all of the discussion around the world is because of police. It's because of police, because somebody in the police department did something that was ludicrous. We're not saying that all policemen, there's something wrong with them. When something is going on, you dial 911 because you want some help. You want somebody to show up that can do something. But in a hate crime bill that's been brought on by incidents by police, and then to take them and put them in a protected class in a hate crime bill, I will never vote for. Never. It seems to me it is a poison pill to kill the hate crime bill in this deliberative body. We had conversations with leadership and thought we had a plan that would allow the president of this body to do some things, to change some things, put enhanced penalties in some things, and then send it back to the House. And we know they were going to insist on their position, and a committee of conference would be set up to deal with it. But behold, in the wee hours, late in the afternoon, all of a sudden it changed. It changed. A protected class was being put in. And we were told, we don't need you. We got the votes to pass it. Well, I tell you what. You got the kahunas, you pass it. We as a Democratic caucus will not pass a bill that's got a protected occupation in it. A policeman is a person, just like me and you. So if there's a crime committed on him, there are enhanced penalties. Resist arrest. Fight back with a police officer and see and look at the charges you get. But to come in here and tell us that we're going to put a protected class in a hate crime bill when we are here because it was the police that did the work to get us here. That's time out for playing games. And I hadn't planned to come up here and fight the Civil War all over again. We need to be talking about what happened on Election Day. Why is it that so many folks had to stand in line and wait for hours to vote? Why is it that the Secretary of State didn't do the proper training? I'm not saying all of it was his fault. Because when I looked at those long lines in Fulton County, why is it that the Board of Election didn't get a facility that was big enough to handle the crowds? So there's blame on both sides. But then we had some machines that didn't work. Paper got caught up in them. And then the word was, that was not the company that the folks who were making the decision wanted. This was the other company who had a lobbyist that used to be the campaign manager for the governor that got the contract. That's what we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about elections. We got runoffs, and we got a general election in November. But I will tell you that I will fight a hate crime bill that has an occupation in it with all the vigor that I can. And I will make sure that when I do it, I let everybody know who killed a hate crime bill. It is no joke. Do you know what it's like to be like this? Do you know what it's like? We are talking about attitudes. We saw it on film. We saw it on video. Everything now. Somebody got a phone and they recorded it. So don't tell us it didn't happen when we actually see it. Don't tell me I didn't see the police officer with his hand in his pocket steady adding pressure to George Floyd. Don't tell me I didn't see the guy running that took the taser. And if you got a taser, you have to have been shot with the taser before you can carry it. And y'all say it don't kill. But you running with a taser, pointing and running, and you get shot twice in the back. You got his driver's license. You got the car. If anything, you can send the fugitive squad to get him. They have about 7, 8 folks. He wouldn't have been able to whoop them. But it's by kahunas. A police officer made a decision because he got his butt whooped. That's what happened. So we need to get this thing right and get it done the right way and move on.